Okay, guys. Hello. Good evening. Yes, not afternoon. Guys, good evening. Okay. Up to now, is there any questions that you have been faced? Because right now we have already downloaded one of the picture satellite image of the Landsat 8. But the same method you can also use for Sentinel, any other data that you have been done, and you can download and you can use it on the same things that you have been done on ArcGIS. And if anybody also wanted, I think Dinesh will also, I think we do have ArcGIS Pro. Dinesh, I think we can share the ArcGIS Pro crack file, no, with them. If anybody wants to use the ArcGIS Pro, which is much easy than the ArcGIS normal version. So today, Dinesh will be shared, and next time onwards, we can also like little bit familiar with it when we are working. It's similar like ArcGIS normal desktop, but it's much more lighter. But the same way, it's much more modern and easy to work than the old version of the ArcGIS. So meanwhile, we are going with the Google Earth Engine. We can also, Dinesh is also here. He's really good in ArcGIS Pro, especially the modeling. If you go for like deep learning skills, he have a lot of skills on there. So he will also, I think, join with this one little bit to familiar with you guys to help you guys to go ahead. And today, what we will be doing in the Google Earth Engine, we will be adding the indices, which means NDVI and what are the other indexes? You know, anybody in here? NDWI, water index, and we have for the snow we can go for the snow index, NDSI, and we have other indexes. Like if it's like they say like for my country, snow indexes is useless because no snow is over there. So, but if you're doing for something like a country with snow, something close to like north or more south or something, maybe he can see the snow, then you can use that index. So the same time we will be try to add other indexes. Most importantly, I will show you how to add the indexes. So any amount of indexes you can add easily because most of these indexes are already defined within the Google Earth Engine. Okay. So what can anybody in here tell me where to add the indices in our code? Because I told you in the like Java script programming, like we are using JavaScript. So in here they are using line by line. So it is so much important in the code where we are going to code, because adding indexes we cannot just go into the down and add. So we have to add in the lines where it can be easily identified. Otherwise, there will be a problem when the code is reading. There might be some issues of implementing. For example, if you change the lines, let's say that load the data, okay? Without loading the data in the first place, you're just calling everything, there will be nothing comes because there's no data. Because programming language, it's especially in JavaScript, like it read by line, and that's why if there's an error within one of the line, after that nothing is reading, just the error is giving and stops. So can anybody in here tell me where that we can put the indexes? Anyone? Yeah, let me know who are familiar with the indexes, because I asked, he told me that NDWI and in here also NDVI, and anybody knows what are the indexes? No, what is indexes? It's the theory of indexes. It's not like located. Yeah, it is located in the data, but why we are using it? Anybody here have done remote sensing before as a subject? You know, familiar with indexes, no? What we can do with the indexes? Sorry? Okay. What is the range of the value that has been varies in the indexes normally? Yes. Can be negative 1 to negative 1. But if you give 1 to negative 1 on all indexes without checking in any of the places, let's say if you go into a if you go into like a tropical country, first especially the forest and the grass, maybe like not only tropical as well, like grasslands as well as the normal parks. They say like grassland, the parks and the jungles, everything. If you give 1 to the negative 1, you cannot identify easily, because from there you have to give the maximum NDVI value and the negative minimum NDVI value. Then we can see how much contrast, like how much it has been changes over there. Any other person who have idea about the normal indexes? No one. Okay, I'm lucky one person is there. When we take, let's say this one, when we take, I think I will show you guys. It's better and teach you first. Let's just calculate this one and I will show you. Add in the number. Okay, in here, in our code, you have to add the indexes after the applying scaling factor and cloud masking. Okay. First, load the data in our code. Then after that, zooming. Then after that, we set the map option. Then after that, applying scale factor. Then after that, cloud masking happens within over there. Let me zoom it. Okay, in the first we did the loading data and zooming and setting the map option, applying scaling factors with the cloud masking. And before filtering the data and regions, we can call in here okay. When you're calling for a variable, can anybody in here tell me what is the variable? I mean, how in the JavaScript we are opening a variable? var, var, okay. I'm opening a variable and it is adding the indices. L8 equal to function image, then after that open the bracket. Now again, what if we are saying a function? We are creating a function because we want to add all these indices into our map, not like one by one. Okay, so make sure when you open a bracket, you close the bracket as well. Within the brackets, we are defining the variables and all the indexes that we need to add. First, I will go with NDVI because that's the first one it came. Variable NDVI. I'm opening a variable and image. The image that we have been took inside to the function, I'm calling to this variable. That image that has to be taken. Image. Now you can go in the docs and let me show. in here, the documents, you can go and search normalized differences. These are normalized differences indexes. So within this, when you go, you can see this argument. This is a defined one. So we have to give the what? After we give, we need to put the band names. Within the argument of the normalized difference, we need to give the band name. Can anybody in here tell, when we are taking in the Landsat 8, what are the bands that we are using for the NDVI? Okay, it's not like, we don't need to like remember everything. We have Google. NDVI calculation. Okay. So NDVI calculation, we need what? Near infrared NIR minus by the red band, then divided by the near infrared plus red. Okay. So the NDVI calculation equal to okay. Now we go to our data set. Within the data set of the Landsat 8 we have been used. So we go here and browse the data catalog. Then we can find what are the data that we do have. The Landsat 8, we took Landsat 8 data, go to the down, and we went to the tier 1 rather than going for the tier 2. Surface reflectance tier 1. Okay. Within the data, can anybody tell me in here which band is the near infrared NIR? Which band? Which band? Which name? Sorry, 5? Yeah. SR band 5. So we need to be SR underscore B5. Okay. Then what is the red? Red 4. So again, this has to be SR underscore B5 plus SR underscore B4. Okay. So this is the equation that we need to tell inside. But if you go into the what argument that we have been given in here, normalized differences. See, the normalized difference, this argument that we are going to be type, whatever the bands that we are giving, it will be first one minus second and first one plus second. So that is how all the different indexes are going. But the bands that we are using is different. But first one is minus. Before you have been divided, it is minus. This is minus and this is plus. So in here also it says, when we use the normalized differences, within the brackets, we are giving the bands, which means the first band we are giving will be in here, second band after the comma will be used as the second band. Then it will be minus on top before the dividing. Then after that, before dividing, it will be plus together like sum up before the dividing. So same thing, but only in the Google Earth Engine. We don't need to write this one. Just give it the function that we already be defined, and after that 2 bands. The same method applies for each of the indexes. whatever the index that you wanted to use, maybe NDVI, the water index, and the build-up index, and the snow index, bare soil indexes you can go, and different indexes that were, the NDVI is one. I think is the most commonly used by most of the people. So now we know. So can anybody in here tell me, after using the normalized difference, this function, normalized difference, okay, see, it has been changed the color, which means it has identified, it's a defined function within the Google Earth Engine. So you don't need to told anything about this minus plus. When he says, he knows exactly that is the equation that he need to follow up. So in here, within the brackets, it says within the brackets. Then after that, we go for a box bracket. And what are the band? First band? Okay. We have to put with the single columns, SR underscore B5. Okay. Then after that, we have SR what? B4. Correct. B4. Okay. Now, this one, when we are like, we can directly give this NDVI as well over there. Now, I'm renaming this one. Capital NDVI. Okay. Then how to stop the variable that I have been put? In the Java, I told you. Dot and a comma. Okay. So, any other indexes? Any other indexes? Anybody want to try? You said water index. Can you come and tell me the code that you want to put on the water index? Come front. Why not? Tell me what is the equation of the water index? NDWI. Anybody? You have Google. Come on, Google. It's not like something like, we are not living in like 70s or something. You need to bring a big book and just open the book and just reading. You can Google everything. Ask Google. Sorry, tell me. Green minus near infrared. NIR. Okay. Green plus NIR. Okay. See. So this one is another one. This is NDWI. Okay. So see, similar, minus plus. So what we need to find in here from our bands? Tell me. From our bands, what we will be on here? B3. Then, yeah, SR B5. That's it. Yeah. So, can you also tell me the code, how to write? Okay. First, we need to put a comment. We are calling for NDWI. Then, what we do? Yeah, it means variable, opening a variable. NDWI equals to image. We took the image, which means we took the image from the function we have been taking. Normalized difference. Yeah, there's a M is missing. Normalized. Okay. Then, okay. Yeah, single columns. SR underscore B3. Then, comma. Okay. B5. Then we can define a name, any name you want. I mean, name means like something meaningful. NDWI. Okay. Now end. How to end it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, correct. Anybody want to try any indexes? Any other indexes? Oh, okay. We done the water index. Any indexes? No indexes. How many indexes we have? Oh my God. Okay, let's go for the build-up index. NDBI. Variable NDBI equal, we tweak the image to the down, dot normalized difference within the bracket. You say, sorry, the box bracket. You open in the Google, it will be for the NDBI, it will be band 7 and band 5. You can search on Google. Oh yes, sorry. How to put it up? Okay, a little bit bigger and to this side. Oh, can it be seen now? Yes. Oh my God, my variable went away. Someone has been angry. So the other band is R. Oh, this is not going. B, capital B. SR band 5. NDBI. Okay. Any country in here who have snow indexes? Any regions that you have been to have snow? Nobody is getting snow in here, no? Okay. Then I'll just give up on the snow index because it's useless. Colombo don't get snow, so I will use not stop. Okay, now we have in the function, you remember in the up as well. This is also, if you go into your previous one, this is also a function. We took the image inside of the function. In the function, what we need to do? Can anybody tell me? After you taking an image that you have been taken into the a function that you are writing, because now you are writing a function. Okay, when you take an image into the function, what will be doing like after that? No. See in the top as well, you can see easily. In your code you can see. We have to return it. You took the inside, then what you took inside you need to return it to the outside. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. And the back side, you see? Okay. All are done, no? Okay. Now in the function, we have already told about take the image and return the image after the process. But we haven't told to the code what is the data set that this function need to be taken inside. What is this image has to be taken inside. So what is the image that you have up to now? Can anybody tell me the variable name that you have up to now? In the last image that we have used, what is the variable name we use? We use one variable name. We assigned a one variable name. What is the variable name? No. Variable name, you know, when you open a new variable, you can give a name. Within the code, I have given a name to the final data set that we have been downloaded last Sunday. Huh? Sorry? No. You exported this image, this variable. Huh? No, late we haven't. Oh, who said the composite? Okay, composite. Correct. If you go into the down, what is the, see? What is the image you took outside? It's composite, not L8. See in here, L8. If you go into the L8, simple L8 is our data set. Simple or capital? Yeah, capital L8. Let me check. What is the data set that we have assigned? Capital L8 is our data set. But yeah, we have filtered the simple L8. See in here, simple L8. If you use this one over there, like for example, it has been not added, the dates were not filtered, and the cloud masking is not added. So we need the NDVI or all these indexes into the final image. So the last variable, that all the function that we have been done, the last one has been defined as in here. See, if you go for the L8, we have been already filtered everything, including the dates, map, the cloud masking, and the region has been clipped. Everything has been done, and that is composite. And in the composite as well, once you take this data set, within the composite variable, they have taken the median. And again, clip. Median means they only have one image now. Otherwise, if you take the simple L8 or any other image, there will be a lot of images. So if you take that variable name, then you need to again take the median. Why you need to take again median when you have the final data set of the image that is named the variable as composite? So what we need to do is right now tell to the code that you need to take the composite image in order to calculate the NDVI, NDWI, and NDBI. We only go for 3 indexes, but there are a lot of indexes. You can try any indexes. You know the process right now. You don't know this one before, no? You just Google everything, like, you know, that's the things, like, you know, we can like learn everything and check everything, then we can add into the code. And right now I'm going to go in here and type these indexes, put in these indexes that we have been done into the data set. Okay, so I will take some. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So up now, this everything has been okay for you all. Anything? Can anybody tell me how to add in here? No, export is getting outside. Yeah, here we have 3 options. This is the functions that we have been done. These are the functions. So this function we have been added. All these functions, see the cloud masking function, we added into the data in here. See, dot map masker is the variable, like function name. You can just also use select. The function Hmm. This is filter area. We use the filter area, filter bounds. We use the filter bounds. EE image. This one. Filter. Select band from an image. Select EE image. Select bands from the image. Return an image with the selected bands. That's what we want to do. Okay. So argument is this image and give the one. Okay. This means like whatever the image that you have has to be come into the first and then add in one. Okay. So in here we will go after the composite. We will go. We can add in the indexes. Oh, let me go back again so the back can be seen. How can I go? Okay, no, not like this. This has to add in the indexes. What we have been added in here. Yeah, add in the indices. Okay. We are first opening a variable NDVI. We can again use this NDVI because in the end we have renamed our variable as capital NDVI. Okay. Composite. What is the variable? Composite. Okay. So see, same variable. Then after that, what we have been so in the documentation, it's called select, and we have renamed it to capital NDVI. You remember? We put rename to capital NDVI. Then what is the other one? NDWI. What is the image? Composite. Composite dot select within the brackets NDBI. Variable. Can anybody in here tell me the other one? NDBI. Oh, sorry. This is NDWI. NDBI one. NDBI. Variable. What is the data set that we are used the previous final one? Composite dot then inside capital NDBI, not WI. Okay, BI. We don't want NDWI on NDBI. Okay, check. So now what we have done in here, we know that we already defined the function before. This function we are added into the data. The final data we do have is the composite. Okay. So even though that now we have added this data, I don't think you can run the code, but none of you can see. Yeah, data is over there. You may can also download by using the normal functions and download, but in the display area in the down, if you run it, it will run, but you cannot see. Because why? Can anybody tell me in here why we cannot see the things that we have been done up so far? Up to now that everything will be okay. If you download, you can also download. You can download this NDVI, this function, the last variable name, which means that it has been already added. You can export it to your Google Drive, but the problem is you cannot see the NDVI or NDWI or any other indexes. Why? Add? Yes, true. But map.add layer as well, true. But the problem is how to display. We haven't told to the code like what kind of display that we can give. Like, you remember when we are doing the map.add, before that we have put like some of the bands. This is the band that you have to use. You remember? What is that function? What is that code? Anybody tell me in here? True color. But NDVI cannot be shown by the true color. Can anybody here have nobody have prior experience on Google Earth Engine, no? Yeah, with the NDVI and things. Yeah. I told before. He also told.
The main query to get it. No matter what, now we are normalizing only. We need to yes. And what will be the positive value? Maximum positive value. Positive one. So all the values should be very. So that's your aim. And why we need to say anything here? Because we can use the two color and we don't need anything for it. We are going to get classification last. The classification for by using force coloring. Why we are using indicator here? What's the main purpose of using NDVI? That means like okay, in the NDVI, like plus one, what kind of variation? Then for the water index 0 to 1, what's the advantage? From the value range, you can like flip out the. So what's the purpose of NDBI? It's also on the day. You see, like I have a positive value. The side end needs to be perpendicular.
Okay. I have shared you guys one what we call a GitHub, like GitHub, like usually you can use import because this is also like web-based one. So Google Earth Engine, if you have a problem in GitHub, also there are people that you can also get the help. Like anybody know in here about GitHub? You guys know about the GitHub, no? Okay. In the GitHub, you can also find these codes that the people have been made for different purposes. You can use it, and Yeah. So anybody who wanted, they can access these codes via GitHub. GitHub is something like your own profile, but for coding and things like, you know, like professional use. And in here, if you go, take the where's my cursor? Okay, take the one that I have been sent. You can paste it on the Google and Google search. So in the GitHub, you can see the GEE, the Google Earth Engine palettes, color palettes. Okay. So using about the Google, the palette and everything, also information you can find in the page, how to use and what are the palettes that we can use, how many color different ranges that we can use, because up to now we only use the visualization, which is like the true color that is coming, which means like normal image that you can see on the, because we have only see the exact Landsat 8 image. We haven't done anything over there. So up to now, the indexes we cannot see on the true color. You need to go for different color palettes in order to see. In the ArcGIS, you remember we went for the symbology, and you can change different the methods in ArcGIS when you are learning. You remember when we like right click and go to symbology, and we can change the different color palettes. You remember, no? So like the same way in Google Earth Engine, you can also do, but the problem is you need to code. Okay. So if you go into the down, see, even they have been given how to add into the code, everything. So if you're using any color platform in here, first thing you need to do is, this is just loading data set. Okay, just ignore it. Only the part is getting the color palette. Variable palettes, the require, then we give the address that we have been given, and after that you can put any of the palette that has been mentioned in here. So your displaying within the display area is being huge, because in here we only need these two. Okay, if you're taking any of the data in here, these two, this is just like, you know, adding the one that you have been told, add to the map. When you want to display, this is the command map add layer. So you all know this one, and this is just loading the data set they wanted. So the color palette, the different color palettes that you are using to our code, you only need these two. These two means like the second one is, you need to put like select the image in here, then you can change accordingly. Okay. Have you all went to this website and checked?
These are like color types that
Yes.
So it's easy to use the print, like like saying, you know, on this side.
Yeah, otherwise you need to define like the bands differently.
This
It's hard.
represented by this color, and this page should be represented by that color. Kind of like this, you can use like instead of like defining the ranges.
Yeah, like in the visualization we are not using a library, we just define the bands. So you can either define the bands, I will also show you how to define the bands, and the same time you can use the libraries like this on the online, and you can directly import and use those color ramps. Okay, we can take a small break. I see some people are like, you know, tired. We can take like 10 minutes break, and we can go. Until that we can check. Okay. Okay, guys, we can start. So anybody in here can tell me what is a good color ramp? Who want to choose the color ramp for our NDVI? Have you browsed the website? Tell me, what's the good color ramp? NDVI. But choose any you want. Number 5, this one, this greens. Okay, let's use the greens. So how to use the greens? So in here, they have mentioned how to use. Get the palette list. First, we need to open a variable and give the palettes and require, which means take from the GitHub page. Okay, we can copy these two directly. Control C, and we go into our code. On where we put in here, add in the band to display. After this one, we can remove the additional ones we have. We can have some space. This is the add in the band. So after this one, because this is a true color band that we have added. And what we are doing right now, we are pasting from here. Okay. Now, you guys have choose in here the greens, the color beware the greens. Okay, I'm copying it, and the name of the color ramp that you guys have chosen, any color ramp you can choose. Okay, then in here we will be adding, after the palettes we are adding this. Okay, greens. Then in here I have the numbers given from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some numbers have in here, especially goes 10 to 11. What is the maximum color you want? Let's go for 9 in here. Okay. Isn't that easy? So this palette, we can just, this variable name we can change. Okay, we don't need to keep like the same name, because we are just taking this one for NDVI. So we can say and give the name as NDVI color ramp. NDVIC maybe color ramp. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, same way. You can choose any of the color ramp from the place the same way. But the thing is, we don't need to again tell like, require. This first one, we don't need to add again. Okay. This, oh, let me zoom it. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. This first one, we written. This first variable, the variable palette, it is only telling that the palette library, the color library that we are using, the like entire like set of colors that has been defined, we are taking it from this GitHub page. So when you are telling the other colors from the same library, you don't need to tell to the code that go to this library again and again and again and again and take. Okay, you just need to tell if it's like variable the other NDWI, the variable NDWI may be color ramp, give the variable in here equal, then the palettes, because this is the variable that we have been taken. You see, it's the same variable. So this variable have this variable in the code. What they are doing is taking the library inside to our code. Okay, so the variable palettes in here have been called up to here. So within the variable, this library, the taken library, we are taking the color this beaver greens. Okay, that's how the code is working. So you don't need to again tell like go to the library and take the library and again. Okay, so maybe you can help me with the the other one. What is the color ramp you choose for the NDWI? Sorry, let me see in here. The orange. For the water index? Oh, it's water. It's not blood. Let's go for something blue. Huh? The first one, okay. No, first we need to copy this one. Same code, okay? There's nothing changes. But the variable has to be changed. ND, we are doing for NDWI. And color ramp. And the color ramp name is changing. You go to here. Color beaver blues. And the maximum number is 9. Paste it. And 9. Not only this one, okay, you can go in the down as well. But down, when you go over there, the name is been changing, okay? Okay. Who want to do for the ND variable, ND BI? Color ramp equal to the, what is the variable, the library is being taken, palettes. Okay, who want to choose the color for the BI? BI means build up index. Build up index. Who want to choose? Huh? Purple. Purple for the buildings? Let's go something like red, you know. Red. Oh, orange is okay. You said red. Gray. Oh yeah, gray is okay. This one, the black. You like black? Shall we just choose another color? Huh? Sorry? Purples. Oh, sorry. Again, I will. The color of the shell. Oh. Let's just go for like buildings, maybe. Okay, this one. I'm going. Okay. The red, full red. Yeah, this is okay. Copy. Take some practical colors, okay? Yes. Think like you're doing like, research paper and you see like water in orange. Like, I mean, if you're colorblind, okay, I can imagine. This is 9. Okay. The finishing. Now, he told me what we have to do. Map, add to the layer. I think you all know this one. But in here, you told me we have a range between what? 1 to -1. But again, okay, I will show you this one. Once I have been changed, how clear we can see. Like if you give, because all the time in the practical world, +2 -1 in a simple location, it's like not that much varying. Like in the practical life, it's like close to 1, sometimes it's like -0.0 something like. It's like goes for like little bit minus, not exactly not -1 and 1. Because if you give the 1 and 1, like -1 to +1 is range, you cannot see the difference. So if it's like, grassland in the NDVI, using the NDVI, let's say, you cannot identify the grassland and the jungle sometimes. Yeah. That's the problem. So you cannot give like, the same, because the maximum and minimum values will be changed from location to location. For now, I will go with 1 to -1, and you will see the difference when I have been used the exact location, maximum value and minimum value. Okay. So what we have to do in here, map dot add. Oh, let me zoom in. Some cannot see. Too little bit here. Okay, I'm typing in here. Okay, it's like I'm putting like all the things on the same location, like adding the layers. So it's easy for you guys. Map, add layer. What is the image that we want to show? Composite, but within the composite image, dot select. We need to select composite dot select NDVI. And what again we need to do? Oh, sorry, this is dot select, not comma. Sorry. Dot, we need to clip to the region when we are displaying. Okay, see, clip. It's the same thing. Clip within brackets ROI. Okay, ROI. And in here, I told you this is NDVI. So it is ranging between, the color is ranging between -1 to 1. Okay, so you need to define is minimum value is -1, double dot, -1, and maximum value is +1. Oh, where's my 1? Huh? Okay, plus, I think no need +1, just 1 is enough. Huh? Oh, sorry, wait. My number pad is not open. Okay, +1. Then after that, we defined what is the ranging value, minimum value and maximum value. Again, we need to put what? The palette that we have been chosen. What is the palette that we choose? Yeah, NDVI C. Okay. So what is the name palette? What is the palette? Oh, why I'm not? Palettes. What is the palette that we are using? NDVI-C. NDVI-C. Okay, I need to go a little bit to there. Okay. Now we have already given. But what is the last thing that you need to do? Tell me. I told you this one before. If you didn't done the last step, what will happen in the map showing area? It will come as just a layer 1 or layer 2. You need to give a name. Okay. If you don't remember what is this one, just go and copy this one, map.add layer, and paste it in the docs. Then you will see inside the docs, map.add layer within the brackets, what are the things you need to mention in order to that function to be worked. Okay, because this map.add layer function has already been defined by the Google Earth Engine. So in here, let's give a name. What is the name? Single column. NDVI layer. Okay. Now finishing touch. This one. Any issues? I will little bit slow. Okay, like this. Now, if you run this code, you will see NDVI, but only NDVI. Other indexes we haven't added the names. But the same way, you can also try the other two. I will come and I will see in your codes. Okay, I will do in the last. Hmm? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sorry. Okay. This is not palettes. Like in here, this is not the variable that I have been asked. This is not the variable. Okay. Yeah. This map layer add function, if you go inside, search it on the Google Doc, not the Google Doc. I mean docs in here. If you go in here, you see the docs. No, you remember I searched dot select and everything. So if you go over there to the list function, within this brackets, what are the things that you need to be listed has been defined over there. Okay. For example, this is minimum. In the function, if you go inside, we can give the minimum maximum value of the color ramp that we want to use. And the same time, this palette means what is the color. This is like within the function, it is inbuilt one, not the color. This one. This is a variable that we have been defined. Okay. If you want, you can put a different variable name and call these different variable numbers in here. Okay. It's not the same variable have been called here. The minimum, maximum, yes, okay. Yes, everyone is is -1 to 1. But I will show you the difference when you put -1 or -1, not that one, but you need to put like specific location has specific minimum and maximum values of NDVI. So it will, when you put those values, it will give you more contrast, like easily can spotting image. Oh, some of you don't have this with clouds one. Okay, so if you have confused with the first one and second one, map add layer, don't think too much. Some of you may have only one, because we directly took out add in only the cloud one. This second layer was added day before, no, sorry, last training, just to show you guys what is the difference when there's the map, the clouds and without the clouds. Okay, so don't think about the up to map pad layers. Just we are on going on the highlighted one. Okay, without the above two also you can see the NDVI value. Mm-hmm. 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 This composite. Oh. Unexpected token has been oops. Parallel spinning skirt. If I see map and layer, have you close this one as well? Oh, why there's another like come on. Now run the code. There's additional comma that you have been closed. So the like you haven't opened, but you closed additionally. You closed it 2 times. Again, Kim? What? Oh, WC is not defined because you know I told you like this second one is without the cloud image. Because if you have to have this variable composite underscore WC, you don't have the composite WC. The link that I have been shared, there are some what we call the images that have a cloud. So for now, I will just make it comment because you don't have this this variable have been defined. That's the thing. So you can comment it. No, other side. This. Now you can run because you only have the composite. See, it's just like added to show you guys the difference of the cloud masking. If you do the cloud masking and without doing the cloud masking, you can see the difference. And you have another okay. Layer, image, select band, change bands. Did you copy this one from the website that I have been shared? Where is the website that you have been opened? This one. What is the color ramp you use? The greens. The problem is like this require is not working on your balance. It is not taking. Let me check. The require correctly spelled. There is missing. ඔතන මේකක් එන්න ඕන ඔබ මේක ඕක වෙන එකනේ කොහොමද ඔව් indexes is Add indices. Dinesh, add indices. Oh, sorry. Hari. Oh. Okay. You all will get if you are running this kind of error. Why this error is coming? Because we haven't add this function that we have been like adding indexes into the data set that we have been doing. Okay, so we have to go in here because we are using the L8. This one is for with the clouds. Okay.
What's the issue that the code needs to like where we are selecting the like we are selecting only like select ND.
Sorry.
In here, what you are calling, see, composite dot select NDVI. What you are saying? In the composite, there should be a band named NDBI, NDVI, NDWI. This band should be there. For that thing, you can try to open this one. Wait, I can expand this. If you expand this one, you will see bands. How many bands are there? 9. If you open up, did you see any?
NDVI. There is nothing.
That's how it can display.
Yes.
Because you guys all create the function. Like nowhere in the code you have used that.
Yes. So in here for the simple L8, which means that before the composite, yeah, for the entire series, which means image series, for the location that we have took a lot of images over there. So that one we need to collect all images. This function. So what is the function name? Variable add indices L8. Okay. So in here, go to the simple L8, the variable that we have open, dot, how to add the map, the same way that we added into the cloud masking.
You are calling a function, you have dot map.
The function that you have been defined, you can call.
Select the capital, the simple line is a simple line. You go here, capital line selecting for this specific page, like apply the count marks and filtering according to the boundaries, and then you add in the indices. So here you see how many images like for that this region we have 125. For the specific region we are focusing.
See?
So now you will see this math well. So from here you can see the range, and even if you familiar is what this is the coordinate system or projection system. And here we see the minimum and maximum level. Minimum is -1, so maximum is 1. For other bands also you can see the minimum. So you can see this one in the console.
Yeah. If you go into the down, you can see that you are with your color ramp, everything has been added. I will just remove this too. I just want my NDVI to be displayed. Give me 1 minute, please. When you're coming, make sure. Oh, T-shirt provided. Okay, okay. You took my code. Oh, okay, okay, okay. But this code don't have the last ones that we have added. See, only 18 bands. Like if you go onto my one, you can see like it has like 20 bands. So I will again share it for you. Okay. Okay. Up to now, we will be adding. Sorry. We are going into there, and we have to add for the other layers as well, because I haven't added the other layers into the map. So I'll close this and add my other layers. I'm copying this one. I think everybody is finishing with the other, adding the other indices, no? You guys finish, okay? I will also add. Okay. What in here has to change? NDWI. Okay, everything is okay. Then this one is NDWI. See, then the layer should be NDWI. Okay. Then we have NDBI. Okay, then this one also NDBI. This one also NDBI. The layer. Then we run this one. The color, this is water bodies, you can see. I will explain a little bit. So not the inspector, I don't. Give me the hand, give me the hand. Oh my God, I think. And so then take in here you can see sorry, okay, this is the NDVI. So those who knows, NDVI is easy for you guys to identify about the vegetation, the places where the higher amount of. So in Colombo, the area that I have been choose in Sri Lanka, this area is like capital, like more about urban, like where people have been lot of build up things has and everything have happens. When it comes to here, this area is like reserves where that locating of water providing and everything for the reserves for the capital of the country. And if you go for the NDWI, you can see, so all the water bodies and everything in here, with the ear. This is the port city. So in here you can see like some water is also taken inside to create, and this is actually the area where location of the main reserves of the water providing area. So you can see in the ND, I will remove this layer, NDWI, this is all water bodies. If you, sorry, these are water bodies. And if you go into the normal map as well, you can see like, see the exact location that has been already identified by the NDVI as well, the water bodies, see. So, and the other last layer that we have done is the build-up index. If you go where the lowest vegetation is in this area of the country, in the district that are not the country, district. So that is the places that most highly urban as well. So a lot of build-up. So NDBI is about giving you build-up areas. So, but if you go to in these areas, so it's like, you know, opposite. NDBI is like opposite, total opposite. So where the NDVI is high, NDBI is so low. But NDBI is high, NDVI is low again. Okay. See, if you see in this area, when I turn on the NDVI map, see, it's so much greener in here than compared to here. So something like that. So these are, why these are used? Because we are doing the land use classification. You cannot just classify the images by looking like, you know, just okay, this place is this one, this place is this one. You have to use these indexes specific. But right now we only give +1 to -1. Let me show you. I told you guys, from a place to place, this +1 to -1 maximum and minimum value are different. So let's, if, as Dinesh told, if you find in some small places where like, you know, very drought and very let's say like very like dry area, like a sand, like a desert area, so identify NDWI is so much low, is much hard. So we have to change this NDVI value in order to easily spot the places. So for that one, it is easy. We just need to calculate the locations, maximum and minimum value of the NDVI. Okay. Let me do it so much fast because time is going. So we can, the same time I will be explaining after I type. Okay. So the printing the maximum and minimum NDVI values has to be done on top because the place that we have been taken. So let me remove this one for you. Okay. See, we have added NDBI and NDWI into the map. Composite select NDBI. Okay. So in here, we will be calculating minimum and maximum. Okay. So this printing maximum and minimum values should be both we are calculating together. So within one, okay. So now we are opening a bracket. Within the bracket, I'm calling a variable minimum. Sorry, the variable name. Variable minimum equal EE number. This is a defined variable. What is we are calculating? NDVI dot reduce region. Reduce region. Oh, okay. So EE dot so dot scale is 30 because the max pixel value, as we have been discussed, max pixel value is 30. We have to go down. Not one. There's an additional this line. Okay. And we need to print it. So this one I will go more print function, print minimum, the minimum, the variable within the bracket, minimum NDVI. Minimum NDBI, close the bracket. Sit. Okay. This EE number, okay. If I will explain what I have been written inside. Yes, yes. Let me explain you guys. This EE number. Okay. EE number we have EE number, algorithm, geometric construction, matrix format. Nope, not classifier, not cluster, feature collection. Nope, not filters. Okay, EE numbers in here. Then after that, what we have to do is EE numbers. We are doing calculating. Express the variables. So in here you can see all the values. I think because I'm zooming it, I cannot see. Okay, let me show you guys from. So this function, okay, minimum and maximum values. Why we are calculating minimum and maximum values? And in here, I have opened a one bracket. Within the one bracket, we are doing. I also have to calculate minimum and maximum values. So I also have to within this bracket. I'm adding minimum and maximum both values. So in here, the variable minimum, min. You can give any name again in here because this is a variable name that you are giving. Okay, but this EE number is an already defined function by the Google Earth Engine. So if you go into the Google Earth Engine docs over here, EE number, you can find about what when you are using the EE number function within this bracket, what within this bracket, okay, this bracket open from here and closed in here. Okay, so everything that we written in here is under EE number function. Okay, so if you go into the EE function in the docs, it has been mentioned what are the things that you have to be written inside. The same thing that we told about the map.add layer. So inside what this function, what you have to write within these brackets has been already mentioned in the docs. So over there, we have to write what is the data you need in NDVI, and by taking the NDVI, we are using the reduced region. So there are like different type of methods. So yeah, reducers. So we are using the reduced regions in here. Then after that, the reducer, EE reducer, the minimum. Yes. How many reducers we have? Like we have different types. So the geometry is region of interest. We have already clipped ROI. If you give a different name, it's different name. Like table came. First it came as tables. Then if it's table, then you have to carry it out as table. And this is ROI. Scale is max pixel value that we have been taken 30. And this is max pixels. And after that values, these are also inside of this EE number, because EE number function is stopping in here. After that, what we have been done, this function entirely we printed into our console. When you use the print function, anything that has been coming, not coming on the map, but coming on the console. So in the console, it comes as minimum. So this name I'm giving minimum NDVI. So in the console, you can see minimum NDVI will be printed. If you didn't give a name, it will print it just like just as it is, like task, something like that, a layer. You remember that when we print the other, you can see this one. See, it's just printed as image and things like that, because we haven't give like before a name. So right now, if I run this one, minimum value will be printed in here. So someone said the minimum value is -1. Let's see, to Sri Lanka, what is the minimum value? Sri Lanka, the Colombo, the district that I have been choose. So you can also, if you have your own place, you can calculate about the minimum exact image that, okay, from image to image, it also change like season to season, because in some seasons it's different NDVI values. It's calculating. I will zoom this one till it. Again, if your region is too big, again you will get an error in here as well. Okay. The minimum NDVI value is not -1 in the area. It is minus 0.4. Yes. For the region that I have been choose and the exact date and location, exact image, okay, from satellite image also is changing. So it's better when you are using for something calculating or display, you calculate the NDVI minimum and maximum value for the display, so you can see how much easy. Like I will show you right now by calculating the maximum value. Once I change the minimum and maximum value on the ad layer, how contrast, like you can see easily, clearly the change of the vegetation across the region of interest that you have been chosen. So now we have the minimum value. Let me take the maximum value as well. It's the same way I told you, like I'm typing within the same brackets. So this one is variable max. Variable max. Yes. Yeah, this one I can just copy and paste. The command is stepping in here. Copy, paste. Yes. Okay, this one is NDVI, and this one should be, the variable should be not minimum this time, it's max. Okay, I changed in here. Then after that, EE numbers, NDVI reduced region. Then EE, this is reducer. It goes for minimum on the minimum. In here is maximum. Okay, now you can see when I'm editing. This is max. Oh yeah, equal is missing. Max, then ROI, max pixel, everything other is same. But in here again, you need to print max value, and this is maximum NDVI. Maximum NDVI. Okay. So when you run this one, so will you think that it will be, oh, I need to little bit go this one. I will run. Huh? Oh yes, that's true. Yeah, it's giving me there's no man. Man is not defined. Now the maximum value will also calculate. Oh. Let's see what is the maximum value that you will be getting. The same way you can like follow up for the NDWI, NDBI. Just change the name. Okay. After I show you that this maximum and minimum value, we can end, but wait for a while. Once it's calculated, I can show you guys what is the difference that you can see when the minimum and maximum value calculated and input, how much like contrast. Okay, now we already have. So it's exactly 0.9. So not 1, maybe like point little bit different. But if we go for the minimum value, it's too much difference. Like 0.5, more than 0.5 is being like a difference between the actual one and the one that we have been defined. So if you go into here right now, your minimum and maximum value with the NDVI, I just calculate just for the NDVI. So I'll just take the NDVI one, remove the other layers. Okay, just go to the map. Okay, I will add in here another map pad region of the NDVI with the change that I have been done. So you all know this one. In here, I will add another layer just for you guys to see easily the difference. So it's NDVI. Okay, everything is okay. NDVI. I will just say NDVI layer, the name as layer 2. Okay, and I'm changing this minimum and maximum values that I have been calculated to the region, to the minimum value and maximum value, and paste. And maximum value, I am copying this one and paste. Okay, so now I have my color palette and select composite map pad layer. Okay, I have created a layer which my calculated one and the other one. Since the maximum value is like so much close, you cannot see that much difference over here because this is a tropical area. If you go for like other locations, for like example, if your country is like the location that you choose is mostly like desert area, then you can see the difference. This is the one in the previous, this is the new one. So you can see in this area, it has been like more colored up. Like especially in this area, like we have paddy fields and things like that. So previously it was identified as like forest or something like that. But when we are doing like some kind of classification, we wait for the zooming. Okay, this area is the previous one with the +1 and -1. When we have been done, see, it identifies some of the areas much more closer. So that's why we have to calculate exact areas, minimum and maximum values. So now we can end the class, and the same time you can in the when you go back, maybe in here as well, if you have time, you can calculate for NDWI, NDBI, then again add them into the layers, so you can see a much clear view of the indices that you have been calculated. Okay.